Hey Jester, you asked me why I'm buying a U-Haul to build my tiny house in when I could just go out and buy an RV or some sort of already constructed home on wheels. And I thought it was interesting enough because it's not actually just the straight up easy answer. Like I can't say, oh, it's because of this. It's like anything else, any other kind of tool. Like I had a job that required using a kind of a crowbar, and I noticed one day that everyone I worked with had a slightly different crowbar, and mine actually was the lightest and most flexible of all of them, and I loved it. And there are other people that looked at it and thought, oh man, there's no way I could use that. How could you use that? Almost like angry at me, like haven't I figured out that the one they use, that's the best? So, I mean, I think that for me, like I've always, when I purchase things, or anytime I see things on a showroom floor or something like that, I look at it and think, oh man, really? They spent all the money on this, and then look at this little cheap little doodad they put on it. Like that's gonna break right away. Then I'm gonna have this great thing with this broken part on it. Or I'll get like a backpack or something like that, and the first thing I do is start cutting straps and pockets and logos, of course, off it, and then I start sewing on other things. And I just first thing I do when I get something is I want to recreate it to something that's a little bit more me, and it's probably for a wide variety of reasons. Like I want to be unique. I want my special Earlness to show up in what I do and what I say and what I wear. It's not like a full-on conscious thing. Actually, that's why I really liked your question, because it really sparked, why is that good for me when I wouldn't necessarily say that's good for everybody. It's like that pry bar we were all using. It just matches my kind of philosophy, and matches my way of life, and it matches my imagination. But the straight up answer, let's say, would be an RV comes pre-made and almost has some built-in problems. Like for instance, let's say you started smelling mildew in your RV. What are you going to do? Are you going to pry up carpet? How's that carpet nailed down? Is it tack strips? Do the tack strips, at one point in time, did they install the cabinetry over the carpet, or did the carpet go right up to the cabinetry? Say you rip up all your carpet and the mold smell is still there. What else? What kind of chambers do the insulation walls have? How are you going to get into those walls? How are you going to pull out that insulation? And what if that's not it either? Like where other places might water and mold collect? So that my idea is that if I build it myself, I'll know just how to do it. I'll know how to anticipate problems. Say like I end up spilling like 20 gallons of water inside my house. Well, I'll have anticipated that. The floor will be of a nature that I can clean up a large amount of water, or dirt, or dog hair, or mud from my boots. That if the roof or walls spring a leak, I'll know just how to pull the panels off, and I'll know how to fix them. And also the whole basic nature of it. Like for instance, the tiny house I live in now, one of my neighbors backed his truck into it and just totally broke out a panel. And it took me just a couple hours to saw out the bad bits and drill in the good bits and then paint it. And so what would have been like, oh, I got to take this RV to the shop and have it fixed. It's my home. I built it. I know just how to fix it. It only took a couple hours. And I did it with scrap and leftover paint, so it only cost me time, didn't cost me any effort. Another thing about it, building an RV, as long as I do all the light from the roof and work with solar and batteries and charge lights inside, it'll just look like an RV. Like if I park it in a city, if I stop in an industrial area, it'll just be one of many vans parked along with tons of other vans. So it's all stealthy. It won't look like an RV. People won't look at it and see it and think, oh, someone's living there. They'll just look and they might not even register, other than there's 6 or 7 trucks over in that lot. One of them will be mine, and it'll be I'll be playing video games and, and reading my books and cooking dinner inside, and they won't even know. All right, buddy, Jester. Hey, thanks a lot for that question. That really sparked a lot of interesting thought for me and helped coalesce exactly what I'm looking for and how I'm going to bring it about. All right, man. I'll see you in the tubes.